I have skin flushing. Am I dying? Stick around, we're gonna talk about this today. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. First and foremost, before we even go into any of this, let me break it down for you. I am not a medical professional. Not at all. Nope. I can do Google research just like you can do Google research. I have my own experiences that I've gone through, and so I'm speaking from my experience. The purpose of this channel is to join people together who are having similar effects and things happening in their body so that you can first and foremost know that you're not alone, that you can hear some tips, tricks, solutions, ideas, and even just have the opportunity to talk with others who may be having something similar to what you have going on. Whereas my situation that I deal with is a neck, chest flushing up the side of my neck, this and that. And for some other people, that happens on their face. And so you may meet somebody here who has that happening on their face. You may have the chest, neck splotchiness similar to me. Mine is not raised, elevated whelps. Mine is just patchy flushing on the skin. It gets really hot and red. And so that's the purpose of this channel. It is not for me to advise you with medical advice or suggestions. I guess I am kind of making some suggestions, but this is not me telling you what to do. This is you listening, sifting through information, ideas, and deciding what you think is best for you. Not a medical professional, major disclaimer. Because in today's video, I'm going to address, if I have skin flushing, does that mean I'm dying? And I want all that disclaimer in place before I get to the next part. Here's the thing. Most likely, if you're dealing with a similar skin flushing experience like I have going on, you're not dying. So if you go out there and you Google all these different things about skin flushing, you are going to find some scary stuff out there. I mean, there's all these medical terms and all these different complexities and issues with your liver and your body and all of that stuff. I'm not saying that's not things that could happen, because clearly they can, because they're medical. There's medical information out there about that, and skin flushing can be a side effect of some other major underlying issues. However, if you tend to have some social anxiety, you had a traumatic experience, you have a lot of ADHD symptoms, you have things going on in your body, and you just are adrenaline pumping, you tend to have a fight or flight reaction a lot, you deal with panic attacks, things of that nature, then you're probably having skin flushing due to your parasympathetic nervous system. And it really just has to do with some coating on the inside that then is creating that skin flushing. The skin flushing is not necessarily a symptom of anxiety, the skin flushing itself. So what skin flushing is, it's where you have the fight or flight reaction inside of your body, which pushes oxygen and blood flow through your blood vessels, and then they expand out, and then they come close on the skin, and that's how you can see that red flushing. That's my story particularly. So here's the thing. If you go out there and you're just Googling all over the place and you're looking at skin flushing, why is my skin turning red, you're going to find some scary stuff. I want to help relieve you by saying, most likely you're fine. Take a breath. You're okay. You're not dying. But here's what I would suggest. I would suggest that you go talk to a doctor, but come prepared with information. Do not show up to the doctor and just say, hey doc, here's what I've got going on, help me. Because they are going to grasp at so many different things, and you can actually leave the doctor's office feeling more defeated than when you showed up there. So there's a couple of things you want to look into. You want to look into allergy testing and bring that up. Do you think I have a histamine intolerance, some sort of allergic reaction that I'm having? Can we talk about that? And then they can get you scheduled to talk with someone who can run allergy testing and do all those things. The other thing is talking about your anxiety levels. Are you stressed? Are you getting good sleep? Sleep is huge with anxiety and the fight or flight reaction and cortisol release inside of the body. Talk about your sleep, or try to fix some of these things first. I mean, if you're like legitimately medically concerned about your body, go see a doctor first and foremost. 100%. But try a few things. Try getting some adequate sleep. Try a healthy, balanced diet. I mean, obviously these are things that we all know, but they're a little harder to put in place. And then whatever stressors you have going on in your life, are you dealing with a very stressful job? Do you have some relationships in your life that are creating a lot of stress and hostility? Get away from some of that stuff and let your body just settle. Do deep breathing techniques. I talked about that in another video recently, to just let your parasympathetic nervous system have a little bit of a break. So do your research, obviously, but when you start seeing stuff that just looks freaking scary, I wouldn't read it. And unless you're the type of person who can handle that kind of stuff. I'm real headstrong, so once I get something in my head, it's hard for me to shake it. I have to really work to push that anxiety out of my body and out of my head. So what I would prefer to do is do a little bit of research, look into why I think this might be happening, and then go see the doctor with like the top 5 reasons of what I think it is. And then let me guide them from within those 5 things, unless they're just like, absolutely, I've seen this before. But I've learned that if I don't guide them in the direction I need them to go, then they're just kind of reaching into this big haystack looking for a needle. And you can actually wind up so much more overwhelmed and discouraged by the end of that appointment. And the best is when they say, that's fine, there's nothing wrong with you at all. And you're like, clearly, this is not normal. So I say all that to say, I wanted just to do this video to just bring a little bit of relief to you that you're okay. You are okay. Obviously, go see a doctor. I'm not a medical professional. I'm not seeing your skin flushing. I don't know your circumstances and your personal situation or your medical history. But if you're anything like me, we're okay. And I actually do less research on the big, crazy, scary things. And I just look more around the mental health side, controlling anxiety, which controlling anxiety is letting anxiety do its thing. Fight or flight, you can't stop it. Once that thing is activated, you got to let it run its course. And learning how to manage that running its course, learning how to properly assess my thoughts and not try to control my thoughts or be freaked out by certain thoughts. So I actually lean more on the mental health side to get a hold of that internal world that's going on. And so those are my suggestions to you. I just want to encourage you and let you know that you're fine, you're okay. If you need to see a medical professional, stop putting it off. Just go see the doctor. Let them do your blood work. Let them do all the things. And it will bring you relief knowing that you're okay. Your blood work came back fine. They really can't find specific allergies or reasons why this would be happening inside of your body. And then you can start looking in other areas. But go ahead and rule out those scary things first and move on with your life. Let's get moving forward with your life, because you are not the skin flushing. The skin flushing is something that's happening to you, but it does not make you any less of a person than who you were created to be. And the faster you can get enough information about what's going on with your body, and the faster you can get into this place of radical acceptance or change and solutions, the better off you're going to be. But I just want to tell you, from one skin flusher to the other, we are okay, and we are working our way through this, and it is day by day, my friend. And that's all I have today. I will see you all tomorrow in my next video.